Hello, Internet, and welcome to Saturday Night's Apocalypse. Thank you for joining us on this lovely Saturday afternoon, Sunday morning, whatever time it might be for you. We are excited to have you for some D&D fun here today. We're going to get started here in a second. You saw the lineup if you watched our video of all the shows that we've got going on. If you are interested in this, if you enjoy what you're seeing here, and you've seen other stuff on the channel, definitely check out the rest of those because we've got lots of great things that we do throughout the week. Our full schedule is below our faces here on Twitch. If you're watching this in the future on YouTube or somewhere else, head over to our Twitch page and you can see whatever our lineup is currently at, because who knows when you're watching this. Let's see, I don't know if we have any new stuff going on this week. Outside of our normal schedule, Savannah, I know over on Cobalt Press on Monday at 8 o'clock Eastern Time, we're starting a new game over there that's going to be, what is it called? A Lesson in Deep Magic. Going to be using, or sort of, what's the word I'm trying to think of? Going to be using the new...
Showcasing?
Yes, that is the word I was thinking. It's going to be showcasing the new Deep Magic supplement that Cobalt Press has just put out. We're using a little bit of that in this game. You'll see some spells come up from that supplement probably today at some point. But if you want to see more about it, come and check that out on Monday on Cobalt Press's Twitch channel. I think we have that in the chat currently. So yeah. Think if there's anything else. I think that's all that's new this week. Otherwise, schedule as usual. But yeah, let's go ahead. We've got everyone here today, which I'm super excited about. So let's go ahead and get a recap going, and we will jump right in. So last time on Saturday Night's Apocalypse, your group, the Whiskey Delegation, had breached the inner layers of the Sacred Stone Monastery, which you found to be a cover for some sort of research facility buried underneath. You had discovered that they were experimenting with some sort of dark necromantic substance in order to create undead. You were able to rescue a member or a couple of members of the Mirabar delegation that you had been given the task of locating. The key among them being a dwarf named that we renamed Bruce, because fantasy names are terrible. And you managed to escape some conflict with a zombie beholder that was guarding these prison cells. You decided to explore a little bit more, and you stumbled upon a lab that was occupied by Helen Ray, the monk, sort of keeper of the monastery above, and the doctor, Radical Jim. You fought Helen Ray and the zombie ogres that she had at her command, defeating all of them through some difficulty. It was a pretty hard fought encounter. And as that concluded, you were trying to smash your way through the glass to get to Dr. Jim in a moment of desperation. They consumed some of this black earth substance and morphed into a massive undead abomination and started to come crashing through the glass after you. You decided not to engage, but instead to run, making it to the elevators and then escaping up into the facility above. You stopped by Renwick's room, asked them to lock off their doors, so hopefully it would keep Dr. Jim from escaping. Renwick agreed to this, though they seemed a little bit disheartened that you had been unable to reclaim either their phylactery or the body of their brother, that you had located it for them. You returned to Summit Hall, where you turned over the members of the Mirabar delegation to the law, sort of debriefed with Stormbreaker, and decided to make your way to Feathergale Spire within the Sumber Hills, one of the other haunted keeps you had been pointed in the direction of, to hopefully get some assistance from these individuals who you've been sort of clued in that they may worship the elements or have some sort of connection to the element of air, and are diametrically opposed to the members of the monastery or the Black Earth cult. You traveled there in your car, and as you were approaching the valley, the Sighing Valley, on your way to the Spire, as dust storms were being kicked up, you saw a vehicle come vaulting over the cliffs to the north of you. Fire these bandits or raiders kind of hanging off of it, gripping some fiery weapons and spewing smoke. They were coming barreling straight in your direction. So that is where we will pick up our session here today. All of you are currently in the car trying to make a beeline towards the spire the best you can. This other vehicle is sort of threatening to cut you off at the pass. What would you like to do?
Uh-oh.
Well, I'm driving, so drive faster.
Okay, are you going to try to outrace them to get away from them? Are you engaging?
Is it a truck? Is it a car? Like,
it is a I think it's smaller than your vehicle.
So
it's a
probably
little bit faster, so closer to a car.
If it gets close enough, I want to ram it.
Okay. So you continue on the same heading, straight towards the direction of the Sighing Valley, with this car coming in closer and closer. And as you get close enough, you can see three individuals sitting in the car, one driving, one hanging. Actually, no. Four individuals in the car. One driving, two hanging off the sides, one standing kind of through the roof of it. The two that are hanging off the sides and the one driving are kind of in these black metal outfits with these goggles on and wielding these flaming blades. The one that is kind of standing out the sunroof has a like a cowl over their head, sort of whipping in the wind, and you can see their face is this burned, scarred mess, and they're yelling something over the wind that you can't hear over the roar of the engines. And in the back of the car, with a chain around its neck and kind of pulling at it and moving back and forth, you see this dog creature with this black charcoal-like skin, sharp fangs, and this glowing this deep reddish glow emanating from inside of their mouth. Looks like a hellhound, and they are coming crashing in on you. So what I will go ahead and do then, if you are engaging, is we're just going to go ahead and roll initiative. Let me get our music going and move us over to the battle map.
Oh, buddy. I regret nothing.
All right. I'm going to roll initiative for them. And forgot about the hellhound. All right. Here is our order. Is everybody correct on the turn order? People need to edit there.
I fixed mine.
Okay.
Fix mine.
Oh, geez.
Wow.
Three-way tie here. I think, Thea, you're probably going to be first. So you got 5 decks.
I have a 5 now, yeah.
Fang, what's your dex?
I have a +1.
Okay,
I just rolled good.
The priest will go before you. All right. Everybody else correct? Cool. Thea, you are first. I'd say we're kind of beginning this as Fang has taken like a straight trajectory towards the other vehicle. You're within about 20 or 30 feet at this moment in time.
Okay. Can I pull my bow and like lean out the window and take a shot at one of these fools that's hanging off the car?
Yes, you can.
Unless I can shoot the driver.
You can, but they have
Probably.
cover.
Oh, man.
So their AC is going to be a little bit high.
I'll try.
For the driver?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's good. 24.
That'll hit.
That's 8 piercing damage.
8 piercing damage. All right. So the arrow goes expertly like through the. There's no windshield or anything on the vehicle. It's all like all the glass and stuff has been blasted out, and you thread the needle between some of the bracing, like the cage of the cab, and it sinks into the abdomen of this driver, who sort of jerks the wheel a little bit, but is still alive.
Okay. Gonna duck back down into the car.
All right.
Bonus action to hide.
All right. It is the priest's turn. And I think we're just gonna start off with this. As they're holding up their hands and they're sort of calling out, you all hear the voice at the last few words of what they say. And they say, the light of the eternal flame, take these sacrifices as worthy ones for the consumption of our foes. And there is a blast of light, and you see a bead of fire come streaking towards the car, and it detonates just in front of it. This huge explosion of flame as the priest casts fireball on the car. I need everyone to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, Michael Bay, just calm down.
How did you know his name?
We're driving and there's explosions. There's only one person it could be.
That's 25.
23.
16.
Or 17.
Aiden, if I use my inspiration, I'm probably not going to do much better, but I think I got to try. It was going to be a 12. Now it's an 11. Cool.
Okay. DC is 13. So anyone who rolled a 13 or higher succeeds and will take half damage. Everyone else takes full damage. And the damage on it is going to be... That's 34 points of fire damage. Reduced to 17.
I have 1 health.
I'm down.
Fireball.
Why? He's only got like 2 of them.
That is the end of his turn, though. Fang, it is your turn now.
I guess. Luckily, I now have mass healing word, and I'm just gonna motivate everyone by saying you aren't all just gonna let a little bit of fire stop you from living your life to its fullest.
Some of us are literally the opposite of fire. Like shaking Vivian.
I'm trying. Okay, so that's 1d4 plus 4, which is 8.
8.
Maximum healing, everyone. Maximum
at least everyone's-
healing.
Everyone is back to being conscious. I am going to give Fang, make a vehicle handling check to see if we reduce the damage to the car. Dexterity.
Right?
No, dexterity.
And proficiency.
Yes, you do get your proficiency.
Oh, this die is so good. That is 21.
Okay, you're good. I'm going to say the car takes half damage too. So it's 17 points of damage to Truckee.
Am I in charge of that?
I went ahead and reduced it. I don't know if you can see the health bar on it.
Nope.
Okay, I'll keep track of it. I'll update that later.
Okay.
All right, so Fang mutters some words of encouragement, and everyone is conscious again. Anything else from you, Fang?
Good question.
Is this your bonus action for mass healing?
That is a bonus action. Look at that.
So, if you wanted to ram their car, because I know that's what you said you were going to do, that would be an action.
Oh, that was just because everyone was quiet. Let's ram that car.
All right. This will be, I think, a contested vehicle handling check is the way I want to do this. So, yeah, we'll do it that way. Go ahead and make your check. You can use either strength or dexterity.
Oh, strength is being used. I am a dexterous boy.
Okay.
Oh, that is a 14.
14. All right. Oh, I've got to get my dice out. That's a natural 1. So they roll much less than you. So yeah, you jerk hard on the wheel. The truck kind of like fishtails a little bit, but then you regain some purchase, and you come in straight, sort of like T-boning into their car, causing the two to crash and then smash together on the back end. Your car, being much bigger, deals the full amount of damage. Go and roll, let's see, 3d10 for me.
Ooh. Boy. That is 13.
All right. Yeah, their vehicles sort of locked in with yours as you smashed into the side of them. They're you could move between the two cabs right now as the two vehicles are kind of crushed together, but their car seems to have taken the brunt of the damage. Is that it for Fang's turn?
Yeah, I got nothing else I can do.
All right. Vivian.
So Vivian opens her eyes and like gets back up, kind of like out of it. Tell me something good, Sean. Do vehicles count as creatures?
I think we are, because of the way we're doing things, I think I'm allowing you guys to attack things, and I'm willing to reskin some stuff to make it make sense, because otherwise vehicle combat might get a bit boring. What spell are you thinking of?
I want to hobble their car.
Okay, so you want to do the hobble mount spell?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, no, you have just the hobble spell, right?
Yeah, hobble. It's the bonus action.
Okay.
Yep.
Sure. Since we're willing to reskin hobble mount later on, we'll allow hobble to work for this
Okay,
one
that's
too.
the dex save, where the speed is halved.
Okay. How do I do format a car making a dexterity save?
It fails.
Yeah. That rolled a 16 on the die.
Wouldn't it be the land vehicle handling like I had to do for the fireball?
Yeah, let's do it that way. So the guardian who's so that'll be a 17.
That succeeds. But
Okay.
it's okay. So tell me, what does their car look like? Is it like one of those like sports car where it's like kind of open on the top, or
Yeah, so I think it's kind of like I'm picturing something more like an El Camino, where it's got kind of that's been sort of chopped up a little bit, and where it doesn't have a roof anymore, and but it has like a flat bed on the back of the car.
okay,
So
perfect.
smaller than yours.
You know, and they have their hellhound and their fiery weapons, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry, I have to do this. I want to do create or destroy water, but I want to make it rain just kind of over them, and I'm just gonna shout out, "We like water!"
Okay. Oh yeah. I'll turn it. Extinguishing exposed flames.
Or
in the
wait
area.
a second. Does their vehicle count as an open container?
The bed of the truck would. Yeah. 10 gallons of water isn't gonna be a lot in the in like that would make
I just
the
want to pour
floorboards-
water on them and their weapons
Yeah,
and their dog.
The rain kind of comes crashing down.
We're dropping 80
It's-
pounds of water on them.
Yeah, the 80 pounds of water, like just like this sudden downpour that just hits the car, and suddenly everything is damp, and all of their all of their weapons have gone like they each had these like kind of nasty looking blades that were wreathed in fire, and they have all just like fizzled out. Everyone is just like soaking wet, like all their hair is matted down. The dog does not seem super happy, and kind of like begins to sort of whimper in the back from it. Yeah, they didn't like that.
Okay, Vivian's gonna duck back into the car because she's at 8 hit points, and that's all for me.
Okay, Nyona.
Since we're so close to the bed of the truck, and we can still go in between it, I think I'm gonna use Primal Savagery again.
Okay.
But I think I want to try to get. I think I'm gonna go after the driver as well.
Okay. Yeah.
That's a 13 to hit.
13 does not hit the driver.
That's okay. I'm also gonna go back to try and not be in their truck too much.
Yeah, I think you just sort of lean across and then like take a slash at them, and you're not able to like get far enough to the cab to really do any damage or to reach them. Just sort of slash across the seats, and you sort of duck back across. It is the Hellhound's turn, and what it is going to do is got it's sort of still kind of chained in the back, but because you're close enough, it can sort of lunge forward, and I think it lunges at it's a big target, probably Shellac. Does it make a bite attack at you?
Yeah, I am big.
It's a natural 1. It misses.
Yep.
So just kind of like chomps at the air. The chains go tight, doesn't quite reach you, but you just see this like these flames licking off it as it like bites out a couple of times, trying to get a taste of a turtle, and isn't able to.
I mock
Shellac,
him.
it is your turn now.
All right, it's my turn. Well, since he's right there, I'm gonna punch the Hellhound.
Okay.
That's a 15.
15 hits.
All right. And 7 piercing.
Okay.
And I'm going to do it again.
All right.
That's a nat 20.
Nice.
That is 10 piercing.
Very nice. Yeah.
And then I'm gonna spend a key point. And I'm gonna blast it with a radiant sunbeam.
Okay, you're doing a flurry of blows.
Yeah, it would be Fury of Blows.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you do. So normally you would spend the key point and then take the 2 attacks, but it doesn't matter really. So
Yeah,
just go ahead and go to make your last attack.
It's 15.
That hits.
And for 5 radiant.
All right. So yeah, you 2 quick punches to the face of this creature as it's biting out at you, and as it kind of rears back, you send one last jab, and this one coalesces into radiant energy and comes out and crashes into the dog, sort of pushing it back further into the bed of the truck. The Hellhound is kind of beaten from those blows, but still up. That will end Shellac's turn. So that'll be the Raiders, and the 2 that are hanging off the side of the car. One is going to. All right, yeah, they're going to attack with their long swords. Nope, we're going to do crossbows. So one is going to shoot with a crossbow, since the sword went out at, say Fang, because you're driving. It's an 11, so I think that misses. And the other one is going to fire at Thea, because you were...
I did say I ducked down below the window.
Oh, okay.
So he could try.
We'll give you some cover for that then. It's only a 14.
That misses me.
All right. So it just jams in the side of the truck into the door. You see the crossbow bolt just like sticking out of the metal, but it does not hit you. That ends... Oh, the one that's driving is going to attempt to pull away from the truck. Let's just do this as another contested vehicle handling check.
The strength or dex? Or do I get to choose?
I'll let you choose.
Cool. 21.
Not enough. So they you stay kind of locked in. They try to kind of jerk the wheel to pull away, and you just sort of slam back into them again, keeping them sort of pinned between you and this canyon wall. That will end your turn. Jazz.
This has not gone how I expected. And is going to create an Eldritch Cannon. Gonna create the Protector, and then gonna bonus action give us all some temp HP, just in case that guy decides he has another fireball in him.
Okay.
So we all get 10 temp HP.
All right.
That is my action and bonus action.
Cool. So once again, you guys feel bolstered by the by Jazz's turret, and Thea, it is your turn.
Is there a car still right next to ours?
Yeah, it's still locked in.
Okay, then I want to lean out the window and stab one of them.
Okay.
Whichever one has a friend next to it.
Yeah, you say you go for one of the. You either go for the Hellhound or one of the Raiders hanging off the side.
I'll go for one of the Raiders.
Okay.
17.
That'll hit.
Yay. Oops. Just dropped one on the floor. Okay, that's 13 slashing damage.
Okay.
And he's heavy. Oh
Okay,
no. Hold
Uh,
yourself up now, fam.
you slash across, and Greg doing his thing. You see him kind of like their grip tighten on the bar they're holding on to, as suddenly they are almost pulled from it due to the increase in weight. Anything else?
Yeah, I'm gonna stab him with a dagger as a bonus action.
Okay.
21.
21 will hit.
He takes 1 more piercing
Nice.
damage.
You give him a paper cut. That is going to end Thea's turn.
Wait, I ducked back in the
See.
car.
Okay. That is going to put it to the priest's turn again. And they're going to do instead, I can't get their spell sheet up. Come on, roll 20. They're going to cast Scorching Ray. And they're going to shoot a ray at... Let's go with Iona, Fang, and Thea, because you did the water. Or not Thea, Vivian, because you did the water. All right. Iona, that is a 12 to hit. Fang, that's a 17.
That hits.
And Vivian, that's a 13.
Does not hit.
All right. It's 10 points of fire damage to you, Fang.
Okay.
And that is it for their turn. Fang, is your go.
You said we're by a cliff. Are we like cliff wall or cliff edge?
Cliff wall.
Cliff wall, and they're
Yeah.
next to the wall, or we're next to the wall?
They're next to the wall. You have them pinned.
And I make
between-
them into the wall.
Sure.
Let's try and push them into the wall. Or, oh wait, this is American driving. Are they next to me or the other side? Because I'm picturing me on the right, but I'd be on the left.
Oh, it's like which seat you're in?
Yeah, and where's the vehicle to me? Because in Australia, we're on the right-hand side of the vehicle, but I'm probably on the left-hand side. Yeah, I'll drive.
Yeah, that's a good. Well, this is in the Sword Coast, so you're in the middle of the vehicle. No, I don't really care either way. You can be on whatever side of the car you want to be. We just need to make that decision now.
You guys are all American. We'll stick with the left. It makes it
Okay.
easier for you.
All right. You're on the left-hand side. So
Go
you,
backwards,
the
country.
door, your door is like right up against, like you can see right to their cab from where you're at.
Cool. And is this priest within 5 feet of me?
Sure.
Can I try and grapple him then and just try and drag him over because he hit me?
Okay, you just want to like reach over and
Come
like
in
lean
here,
out of the
Michael
car
Bay.
and try to pull him in. Yeah, you can do that. Okay, yeah. So you kind of pop open the door and you lean out to go out to grab the priest. Go ahead and make a grapple check.
This is just a strength. Oh, that's a natural 20.
Okay. They will make
My die
a-
loves me.
Yeah. Well, they rolled a 19, but I think you're still going to beat them.
If it's just a strength, that's 23.
Yeah. No, they rolled a 19 total. So that will, you have them grappled. Pull them in.
Yep.
Okay. You grapple them, and then yank them towards the car. So you kind of pull them out of the sunroof and towards your vehicle. So you have them like dangling like outside the door. I don't think you can get them fully into the cab without scooting over and essentially putting them in the driver's seat. But you've got them like you're holding them by the scruff between the two cars.
Okay. It would be rude if I just dropped him, right?
A little.
Looking at Thea. It would be rude if I just dropped him, right?
He's yelling from the backseat. Are we keeping him or killing him?
I'm asking you.
No one else answered. Drop him.
They're dropping him.
Okay. Once again, I've created a really convenient way for you guys to kill people, but I think he will get a dexterity saving throw from this. Which is a 6. Shouldn't have wasted that 19. You yank him out of the car. He's like staying between you, and then as like he's got this again, looks like his face just like terribly burned, and like with these scars and everything, and his eyebrows and everything are gone. And you, as he's like leaning into you, just gets like sulfuric spell. Just looks at you and he says, "The fire will consume all." And then you drop him, and he goes, "Ah!" And then he kind of bounces between the two cars, and then you feel a little doo-doo. And then that's it.
That's my turn.
He may still be alive, but he's not in the fight anymore. All right, that's Fang's turn. Vivian.
Vivian's kind of like cheering in the backseat. She's gonna pop out and she's going to shoot one of the other fire boys that I guess whichever one is like closest to her, like hanging out the window.
Uh-huh.
So I'll just do an Eldritch Blast for that.
Do it.
Which is a 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay, that's going to be 7 force.
Okay. 7 force damage. Okay.
And I think that's all I'll be doing this turn.
All right. Blasting one of the other raiders. They're still hanging on. If they've seen their leader just been made roadkill. Nyona, what do you got?
Can I get to the one that Thea made heavy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can do it.
Do my cantrip, which I just forgot. Primal Savagery on his arm to see if I can get him to let go since he's heavy already.
Okay. Yes, I will allow that. So go ahead and make an attack roll.
That's a nat 20. Oh.
Okay. All right. Debating whether I was going to give it like an additional AC bonus or something. But that'll do it. So roll damage.
Yeah. Ugh, well, that was a solid 1 damage, so we're rolling really well on the opposite one.
So 2 damage total.
2 damage.
Okay. But we can flavor this. So you reach out and sort of slash at them. You with your acid claws cut near their hand. However, you also get the bar they're holding on to, which sort of begins to dissolve a little bit, and their hand slips off of it. They're gonna make a dexterity save. They rolled a natural 20 on that, so it's a 21. So I think they fall off their vehicle and then they just grip on to the side of your car. So they're off of their car, but now hanging on to the side of Trucky McTruckface.
Okay, that's it for me.
All right. The Hellhound's turn is going to Yeah, let's do this. So they've been blasted. Shellac, you're sort of like beating them back. They're in a more defensive posture in the back of this cab. You watch as that glow in their mouth begins to intensify, and then they breathe out a cone of fire straight towards you, and probably getting whoever else is in the back seat. I don't know if we ever decided on a seating arrangement in the car.
I actively said I was in the backseat.
Okay, so let's say Thea and
I know
Shellac.
I'm in the back seat because I'm too big.
Yeah, I know Fang isn't back there. I need one other volunteer. Who wants to be tribute? Okay, Niona. 3 of you make dexterity saving throws.
Okay. That's 24.
Oh no. 11.
11, okay.
I got a 16.
All right. If you rolled a 12 or higher, you succeed. So, Thea fails. The rest of you succeed on that. That is going to be...
Oh crap.
That is 20 points of fire damage. So those of you who succeeded take half, take 10.
Oh, looking so good.
That's the end of the Hellhound's turn. Shellac, it is your go.
Okie dokie. Well, I'm very mad at that dog, so I'm going to I don't know if I want to do that, but I'm just going to shoot a radiant sunbeam at it.
Okay.
That's an 18.
Hits.
That's 7.
All right. Still up.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's going to do it for right now.
Okay. Nothing with your bonus action?
I mean, it's in the car, unless I can get like near the car and then punch it.
I mean, I've been letting you guys punch between the cars at this point.
Okay.
So,
Well, I thought that he was kind of like ducked down in a way, so
yeah.
okay, then I punched the dog. Wow.
All right.
Taken out of context, it's awful.
Yeah.
That's a 10.
10 misses. So yeah, you send the radiant blast at it as it breathes that cone of fire, causing it to reel for a second. But you come out to try to punch out of the window again, and the hellhound leaps away, avoiding your strike. That will end Shellac's turn. Still have the driver and the 2 other raiders. So the raider that's been kind of fucked up right now is going to, using his bonus action, you see the sword that they were holding kind of sputters and then ignites into flame once again, and then is going to take 2 strikes. We can do one at Fang and the other at Shellac. Let's see. Fang, that's a 16.
That hits.
And Shellac, that's an 11, so I think that misses.
Yeah, that misses.
Fang, it's 4 slashing and 1 fire. So 5 damage total. The other one is going to make an attack with their crossbow at... Let's say Jazz hasn't really attacked anyone in the other car. We'll say Vivian. It's a natural 1. Misses. bolt just goes wide. Jazz, it is your turn.
Let's see, another burst of temp HP from the turret. That's pretty good. That's 12 total.
Okay.
You can
So refresh
up
to 12.
And then let's do frostbite on. Let's go for the Hellhound.
Okay.
I'm just hoping it doesn't like the cold.
What's the saving throw on that?
Con save.
That's a 5.
That fails. So it would take 3 cold damage and disadvantage on its next attack roll.
Okay. It does take the full 3 cold damage. And I will keep that in mind for its next attack. As it begins to sort of crystallize, this sort of lava-like body kind of growing a little more blackened. Doesn't like the cold. Awesome. So that's Jazz. It's your turn, and we're back to the top with Thea again.
I'm gonna take Greg, and I want to stab out at the guy that's hanging off the side of our car.
Okay.
Oh, jeez. 16? No, 17. Greg's +1.
Okay. Yeah. 17 hits.
Math. Come on, Greg. 10. That's 19 slashing damage to that guy, and he's heavy.
He's very rough. I forgot to make his strength save from before.
Oh, whoops. I totally forgot.
Hold on. I'll make the one from the first time. That's a 17, so he succeeded on the first one.
Yeah, but he's
now
Yeah, he
re-heavied.
doubles again.
He's very, very badly off.
I'm gonna offhand attack him.
Okay.
That's a natural 20.
Nice.
Let me just roll 2 little d4s.
Yep.
6.
Wow, that's good. That's enough. Only have 3 hit points left. You, as you slash him with Greg, you start kind of pulling off, like holding on desperately with one hand, trying not to be yanked off from just the force of gravity. And you just take the dagger, you just stab him in the back of his hand with it, and causing him to release, and then he falls between the 2 cars, and you just see him disappear into the tumult of dust and debris.
Good job, Greg.
That ends Thea's turn. The priest is dead. Fang.
Okay, who hit me?
I
I think 2 people hit me. I don't know if one of them's dead.
The one that just died hit you. Yeah, that was
Okay.
them with the longsword.
Did the driver hit me with something?
No, they've just been driving.
Okay. Still. Let's try something fancy against the driver. This new spell I have. Life transference arrow. You create a glowing arrow of necrotic magic and command it to strike a creature you can see within range. Let's see if this pops up. It doesn't. The arrow can have 1 of 2 effects. I want it to deal necrotic damage to them and heal me.
Okay.
So I will roll for that. That was a pretty good roll. 17 plus 7.
Oh, so you rolled the same
24.
thing.
Yeah.
24 hits.
So that is 2d6 necrotic damage, and I heal for the amount that I deal.
Okay.
Which is 5 damage.
All right. They take 5.
I
You heal
picture
5.
I just like do a little finger gun at him, and a little arrow just shoots out.
Okay. Yeah. It hits them in the shoulders. They're driving, and they just as this necrotic energy kind of seeps over their skin and draining some life into yourself, you feel a little more revitalized, and
Give me my
they
thumbs
look
up.
irritated. All right, that's the end of Fang's turn. And
How is everyone else looking though? Oh, you were all looking rough. I
Yes.
will do my last level 3 and do another mass healing word because people keep getting caught on fire in the back, which is another 8.
It's not going well in the back seat.
Another
No.
8 for everyone.
Everybody
That's the
else
friends
looks
who do
bad,
that.
and Shellac is like, I'm fine.
Shellac turns around and we're all on fire, and he's like, "What happened?"
Hey, you guys okay?
Vivian, it is your turn.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and I want to blast the driver.
Okay. Take your shot.
Okay. That's a 10.
A 10 total. That'll miss.
Okay. I want to summon a tentacle in the passenger seat to strike at him.
Okay.
Okay. That's going to be a 17.
That'll hit.
Yay! Okay, that's going to be 4 cold damage.
All right, 4 points of cold damage. Yeah, the tentacle just appears from the passenger seat from a little puddle of water that's formed on the floor, and then just smacks the driver in the face after they got blasted with a magical necrotic arrow and then getting smacked around by a tentacle that has appeared in the car next to them. They are very frightened. That will put us to Niona's turn.
I have one question real quick. Do I still have the +1 on my short bow, or is that gone?
That is gone.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. Oh, whoops. Okay, well, I was going to use my short bow, but technically it's a natural 20, but it wouldn't be a +5. I think it's a +4. Or something.
Okay, either way, yeah, that hits.
That's 4 damage, and I rolled 2 die, so 4 total.
Okay. Again, going for the driver.
Yep.
All right. Looking kind of rough. That is it for Niona. The Hellhound's turn. Let's see if it gets its breath back. It's not. Okay. The Hellhound lunges towards Shellac again. It's going to make a bite attack against you
At
Alright.
disadvantage.
at disadvantage. Disadvantage, that is a 17.
That meets.
That does mean, okay. Would have been a natural 20. So that is 6 piercing and 10 fire damage.
Okay. I'm going to use my put it up in the chat. There. My shell, my razorback as a reaction.
Okay.
So I'll roll a d4. That's 4 piercing.
Nice.
You said how
That's
much
piercing.
damage, Sean?
It'd be a total of 16.
16. Okay.
All right. End of the Hellhouse starts. It gets a bite of Shellac and kind of the spines piercing up into its palate. It kind of whimpers a little bit as it pulls back and starts growling at you again, even more angry than before. Okay. All right. The people in the car. The one last remaining raider is going to make a crossbow attack.
Wouldn't it be my turn, Sean?
Oh, Jessica. No, yeah, okay. Yeah, no, it is your turn. Sorry, I skipped you because you were doing the reaction thing.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Off track.
No worries.
Off track.
Well, I'm gonna punch the dog.
Okay, punch that dog. Again.
That's a 9, so that misses.
Bad sentence. Okay. 9 is gonna miss, yeah.
All right, we'll do it one more time, and that is a nat 20.
That 20 hits.
That is for 12 points.
Okay, 12 points damage. That is the rest of the pup's hit points. So you, the dog comes lunging, the hellhound comes lunging at you again, and you just punch it one last time. And as you do, it sort of retracts backwards and kind of growling. You're watching these cracks form all over its this like fiendish body, and then it just sort of dissolves into this black fire, and the hellhound is vanquished. So yeah, that just leaves the driver and one last remaining raider hanging off the side of this car. I think. Oh boy. Okay, yeah. The raider who is still up, they dish the crossbow. They pull their blade, also using their bonus action to ignite it into fire and kind of come climbing over the car. And they, in sort of a desperate witness me moment, just leap over to your car and just start slashing wildly. I think the one is going to, or it's going to make its first attack against Feng again, because just trying to deal with the driver who is unscathed at this point, pretty much. Let's see.
Yeah, I look pretty good.
Yeah, I think it may just do both attacks at you, buddy.
That's what I'm here for.
That's a 17 to hit.
That hits.
And a 21 to hit.
That hits.
Yeah. So that's going to be a total of 19 slashing damage.
Yeah.
And 12 fire damage.
Oh, buddy.
So it just leaps over, clings on the side of the car. The door is still open from when you dropped the priest, and just like slashes in there twice, trying to cut at you. You pull back as best you can, but this flaming sword opens up a couple of gashes across your body. The other one is going to jerk the wheel. So I forgot to do this last time, and again, trying to get free from where you've pinned their car against this cliff face. As you're sort of rounding this curve into the valley, and in the distance you can see the spire that you have been heading towards as you're rounding this curve. Let's do a contested vehicle handling check.
$23.
Not enough. Okay, yeah, they are still unable to get free, as you have them pretty well pinned in. Your vehicle's bigger. You're overpowering them. Jazz, is your turn.
Okay. Gonna bonus action, try for some more temp HP, give it to people who have lost it. That's gonna be a 12 again, so you can get yourself up to 12. And then let's do a frostbite on the driver. So a con save from them, please.
All right. Con save from the driver. It's a 5.
Fails. 1 cold damage. I don't know that I've ever rolled above 3 on that spell.
Is it a D6?
D6.
D8? Okay. But disadvantage on their next attack roll, which I'll count towards the driving too. All right, awesome. So yeah, frost again. Fire guys don't like ice. That will put us back to the top with Thea.
How's the driver doing?
About half. They're looking rough. They're looking bloodied.
About half. Okay. I would like to lean over into the, like, sort of scamper up over everybody in the front seat, and I'll lean over into the driver's side and just stab him with Greg.
Okay.
Come on, Greg, you can do this. 18?
18 hits.
Okay. That's not very good. That's 14 slashing damage.
All right. 14 slashing. Looking pretty bad.
With my offhand attack, can I, like, pull myself into the car and jam my dagger into like the steering column of his car, like right under the wheel.
Yeah. Yes, you can.
Good luck driving if it's broken. It's a 22 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit. Won't deal with damage, but yeah, if you give up the dagger, you can.
Oh no.
You can jam it in there.
Okay. Bye, dagger. I love you.
Okay. You sink the dagger into the steering column, and after slashing the driver, who's looking pretty injured, and as you pull back away, they try to yank the wheel side to side, but it's not moving anymore. You've essentially disabled the steering of their car.
Take that.
All right.
Can't follow us now. Let him crash.
That will end Thea's turn. Fang, it is your turn. You got this guy on top of you.
Oh, joy. I'm going to cast level 2 spell and taking a page out of David's book. I would like to inflict wounds on this little bitch.
Oh boy. Okay. Yeah, make your attack.
That's an 18.
That'll hit.
4d10 damage coming this guy's way.
Boy.
Oh, that is so disheartening. Last time when I rolled those 3d10s, one was a d8. Okay. That is 20 necrotic damage.
Ooh. Okay. 20 points of necrotic damage. This guy had not been hit yet. He is now looking kind of rough. Or looking bloodied. You reach out, hand reach necrotic energy and grab onto him, and you just see the life being drained from his body as these black veins creep up the side of his neck, and he looks a bit scared of you. That's it for your turn, Fang.
Yeah, I don't know nothing else. But he's in the. Oh, can I move the vehicle away from the other one?
Yeah, you can.
I'll move away from the other one so he's stuck in here with me.
All right, you turn the wheel, breaking off from the other car where you had it pinned, and your car begins to gain some distance between the other one where the driver's just in it, trying to turn the wheel side to side. All right, that's gonna be.
Like, was everyone from my car on our car?
Yeah.
Just making sure nobody's over there.
Yeah, no, I think we're good. You pull away just as Thea is climbing back over after having disabled their vehicle.
She did tell me to crash it. Let them crash. So.
Vivian, it's your turn.
Okay, I think I will blast the one that's currently in our car. That's going to be a 15.
15 will hit.
Oh, yay, okay. That's going to be 12 force. And then
Oof.
I'm going to... And the other car where my tentacle is, just have him slap the driver in the face.
Okay.
That's going to be a 22.
Also hits.
Okay, that's going to be 7 lightning damage this time.
Ooh, okay. Yeah. Okay. You just see a spark as you can't really see the driving where you're pulling away, you just see like a spark of electricity and like a cry of pain from the other car. He's very, very badly off and on his own. Okay. Nyona.
So we can't see the driver at all?
You can barely see him.
Okay. How bad does the guy look in the truck with us?
Pretty bad.
Okay. I'm gonna see if I can just finish off the driver then.
Okay.
Oh, okay. That's a 12 to hit.
With your short bow?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, that misses.
Yep. That's it.
All right. Shellick.
All right, so we got the dude in our car.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna punch him.
Punch away.
That's 21.
Hits.
That's 6 piercing.
Okay. Still up.
All right, I'm gonna punch him again.
Okay.
20. Dirty 20.
Hits.
7.
Exactly how many hit points he had left. As you kind of lean towards you kind of lean out the car where he is currently also hanging off the side, stabbing it at Fang, just taking that hit from the inflict wounds, and you just swing out of the truck, give him 2 quick like kidney punches, and he reels over in pain and releases the side of the car, and also goes tumbling into the dust. And as that happens, you all see the other car off this is still kind of crashing up against the side of the cliff as it is kind of winding away from you. You see the driver sort of frantically pulling, hits the brakes just as there's a cluster of rocks up in the distance, and you see the car hit the side, kind of clip the side of the rocks, goes like spinning in the air a little bit, and then crashes the ground, just explodes into a ball of fire, and that the other car is destroyed.
Oh no, your tentacle.
They did want to sacrifice for the eternal flame. I hope it is satisfied.
They
I like
were
that
evil,
the
right?
like moves the tentacle out of the fire. Like there's just this explosion. You just see the tentacle moving forward towards our car.
Just like kind of sliding through the ground. Oh,
It's
that's really
ethereal.
creepy. Yeah. That's really scary. Okay, and you guys have dispatched the raiders. As you are sort of approaching at gone some distance, the adrenaline fading, you see the spire in the distance as you are continuing to make your approach. You see this big stone structure kind of constructed straight from the rocky terrain itself. It looks like an old building, some sort of ancient, sort of medieval looking structure. However, as you're getting closer, you see a glint of metal, as you can tell from this distance. All along the external stone of the building, you see these big plates of metal, some like a glistening kind of chrome, others a deep black, all sort of bolted into the sides, bolstering the structure. See these large sort of cables winding around the structure too, and then at the very top you see a massive satellite dish, or like a relay at the top, kind of listed at a slight angle, embedded into the top of the tower. And as your car is kind of roughing through the wastes, kind of losing a bit of speed as you're returning to more of your normal driving speed, you see a couple of shadowy sort of figures break off from the top of the tower, and you see 2 large winged creatures beginning to circle around and circle above your car as you're making your approach. But that is where we're going to go ahead and take our break before we deal with that. So let's go ahead. We're going to go refresh, do our break things, and we'll be back in a few minutes, everyone, to continue our session and see what happens next. So stay tuned, and we'll see you soon. And welcome back, Internet. Thank you for hanging out with us on our break. We are raring to go, ready to get back to it after our Mad Max style car chase. So let's do just that. You have defeated the fire raiders that were coming after you, and are approaching this Feathergale spire. And currently overhead, you see a couple of large winged creatures that are slowly descending down towards you. What do you do?
If we are approaching this organization under the guise of requesting their aid, it would probably be best to not act overtly hostile towards these envoys.
Okay.
Should we like slow down? Or like
I'll wave.
Vivian also waves. She, like, peeks her head out and
You
just.
lean out the window and wave.
All right.
I'll park the car.
All right.
Yeah.
You bring the car to a stop at the foot of this spire. You can see the base of it that the spire sits on is just a large sort of like rock outcropping, and like up on top of the cliff that you have been kind of following the base of. You can see a bridge that leads up to the base of the spire itself, and there's like a path that switchbacks up the cliff towards that bridge. As you come to a stop down here in the dust, there you see the two figures come slowly descending down, and you see two griffins actually descending towards you. Both of the griffins are kind of a dark grayish color with this like a black plumage, and each one has this armor that is sort of plated onto the body, kind of around the riders. As you see two riders on the backs, one on each griffin, each one wearing again this like more polished black metal plated armor, and wearing these long very fantastical looking feather cloaks that sort of trail behind them as they land. The two griffins padding to the ground softly and kind of beginning to circle your vehicle. One of the riders comes to a stop, their griffin coming alongside your car, and pulls off a helm that again is this patchwork piece of metal that it kind of comes to a point looking almost like the beak of a bird. And as they pull their helm off, you see a woman with a shaved head, some tattoos running alongside of it, but a one kind of patch of hair that comes out to a braid down her back, and she gives a discerning glance over your group and then looks back towards the smoky kind of ruin that you see in the distance of the car you just destroyed, and says, "Hail, travelers. Seems that you've encountered a bit of danger on your approach. Is everyone all right?"
I just point back to the flaming wreckage and go, "We did that."
"We saw."
So some people aren't all right. There was at least one person in that. A couple people on the road. And I'm just gonna be like, was there a dog at some point? Like,
In terms of whether or not we are all right, most of us have taken some burns and scrapes. We have performed some healing, but
"And what lands of which do you hail from?"
we come from Red Larch, though many of us came from other places before that, but this group assembled in Red Larch.
"And do you come seeking shelter underneath the wings of the Feathergale Society?"
We do.
"Well, we never turn away a soul in need. If you would like, we can escort you up the pass to the tower, and there you can find rest before you carry on your travels."
Would be most welcome. Thank you.
She turns back towards the other rider and gives a nod, and you see the griffin's wings kick up and then begin to circle up towards the sky. She points towards the pass and says, "If you take it slow, I think your vehicle will fit up the path there, and you can leave it by the gates. I will meet you at the drawbridge and escort you into the tower."
cheers.
She kicks the sides of the griffin, which kind of lurches forward, and then also beats its wings, kicking up some dust as well, and going circling up ahead. You see her griffin go circling towards the tower and seems to land somewhere within the structure. You see these openings along the side. The other griffin continues to circle overhead slowly.
We have managed to gain entry, but do we have a plan for how to get them on our side and against the Black Earth?
Well, they already don't like the Black Earth, right? We can just talk about all the bad things the Black Earth is doing, and hopefully they believe us and side with us.
So, mostly the truth, and just spinning it to our benefit.
We should not tell them about Renwick.
Yes, I imagine they would not be fans of him, but I also wonder how we could, if we somehow convince them to start a crusade against the Black Earth. I do worry about him getting caught up in the crossfire.
I mean, he could probably murder all of them with one hand tied behind his back.
Well, there might not be anything left if that big ooze thing, monster, gross, like broke out.
Maybe we can go back and get him out before they like decide to do anything about it.
The ooze thing or Renwick?
Renwick.
Okay,
He's my friend.
You should have given Renwick one of these stones so we could still talk to him.
Testing, Renwick, can you hear us?
I don't think they go that far.
Yeah, they don't go that far.
Ooh.
We unfortunately can't get him out because he is bound to that place while he does not have his phylactery.
Well, I know. We said we were gonna go back and get it.
We could give him like a wig and some makeup, and maybe they won't be able to tell what he is.
There will be some questions when he is unable to leave the premises, but yes, we
We can
could.
hide under a table or something. I think it'll be okay.
We could attempt to return and gain the phylactery, but I thought part of getting the Featherdale Society's help was to give us the strength to explore and deal with the facility, though. If we are just turning them against Dr. Jim, then that is a separate, though related matter.
Yeah, I was just thinking, like, if we were gonna go with them, we could get them in there through, like, another door, so they just leave Renwick alone, and then when we find his phylactery, we can just take it. And then take it to him later. But if their whole
Okay.
thing is, like, flying around, then I don't think they're gonna be super helpful underground.
We will let them know what happened. You know, we went by the monastery, found out they were cavorting with the undead, turning people into zombies, and see what they make of that.
Okay.
Okay, I've just got one question. Is nobody else alarmed at how easily we're getting into this place?
Maybe they're
They
nice.
just took
Why?
our word that we were good and they were bad.
Mm-hmm.
My reading of the situation is that they are aware of the fire cultists harassing travelers, and they do style themselves as noble knights of ancient yore, and so perhaps we will have to see what their charismatic leader under the guise of a religious organization is like, but
No.
perhaps they are less batty than the others.
Also, if they were flying, they probably saw that car just try to ram into us.
I think I may have started the ramming.
No, they were like driving straight at us.
They shot a fireball at us.
Defensive maneuver. I don't know. I'm not sure
After
about
we
them.
shot an arrow at them.
Well,
I'm
yeah,
just
because they
saying,
were
it
driving
looked
at
like
us. No, they were driving directly at us, broadside. That's an aggressive maneuver. You don't just drive straight at the side of somebody's car.
It all depends what part of the fight they saw. I'm just saying, be prepared. It's a cult, isn't it?
No, I'm
You haven't
super
had
prepared.
Good luck with cults.
I'm super prepared, especially against, like, these people that are like, oh, we're so ancient. Like, just because something's old doesn't mean it's good.
Certainly be prepared for them to decide that we are not their guests and now they're prisoners, but I would still caution overt hostility.
Nobody said that.
Yeah, if we do become their prisoners, can we at least sleep before we rebel?
Yeah.
You
My
catch
hair
his
got
hands.
singed.
Let's sleep and then rebel. We will
Okay.
rebel in the morning.
Maybe they're nice.
Revolution at dawn.
Depending on circumstances. Yeah.
All right. So I assume you're having this conversation because you're circling up the path.
No,
trying
we
to
all stand
maneuver-
perfectly still. Then
Then we hop in and drive.
You have reached the gates of this bridge that spans the gap between this the single outcropping, which the spire is built on and out of, and there's about like a 50-foot span of bridge that between here and there. As you approach with your vehicle, there are a couple of other cars parked out here, and you see a figure come walking out of the tower, the same feather-robed woman that you saw previously, her helm under her arm, as she spans the gap towards you and motions to a few other of the guards that are positioned at the gates that on this side of the chasm, and she waves to all of you and says, please follow me, proceed into the tower. I will introduce you to our leader.
Okay.
Okay, so if nobody else is moving, I'll move
Yes,
first.
moving to follow in, yeah.
You follow into the tower, and as you enter the base floor, and like I said, you see all these gleaming bits of metal all stuck to it and patchworked, and at the top of the tower you see the big satellite dish that's sort of blocking your view of the sky as you're approaching. The knight leads you inside through the open doors into the first floor of the building. Here is you enter sort of a main hall area, the entry hall. There are some old-looking tapestries that are hanging from the walls, kind of weathered away, but are well cleaned and held up in place to sort of give the impression of this ancient time long past that the knights are trying to sort of emulate. You see a couple other people in the same feathered robes, all standing around, speaking and conversing, some giving looks in your direction as you pass and giving sort of polite, very dramatic nods in your direction. She leads you through a set of double doors across this main hall to where there is a circular staircase. She begins to proceed and leading you up the staircase to the next level, which ends at the staircase continues to climb up the tower, but she stops on this level to another set of double doors, pushing those open and leading into a large, almost like banquet hall. There's a large kind of half-circle table that sits in the center of the room. On the wall behind the table, you see a couple of creatures, their heads mounted to the wall behind. Various types of creatures. I don't know if any of you would be able to identify them on site. Let's see. but seeming the trophies taken from the hunts of this society.
I have
there are a couple-
expertise in nature. Does that help?
Yeah, that would definitely help. So you see a few that you recognize, and probably a couple you see like the head of a griffin. You also see the head of a couple of wyverns, some owl bears, and manticores, all mounted on the wall above the table.
Whoa.
And sitting at the table, beneath this impressive display, is a large gentleman, big, broad shoulders. He also has the cloak resting on them, sort of giving a more imposing look to his frame. But his face is obscured by a breathing apparatus, sort of kind of connected to his mouth, covering his nose, and then a tube that runs from the apparatus sort of around his back. Kind of looks like, yeah, something kind of between Immortan Joe and Bane. And he leans back in his chair. I thought about sitting here and trying to do the Bane voice the whole time, but I don't think that's going to come through on mic, so I'm not going to do that. And I thought about finding a voice mod, but I got too lazy. So he stands and walks around the table in a very slow, sort of ponderous way, and he says, "Eliza, what have you brought before me?" And the woman takes a kind of gives a bow or of reverence and says, "My lord, I present to you 5, 6, must count, travelers traveling through the waste. They were besieged by raiders in the valley. We saw them fight these ne'er-do-wells valiantly, defeating them, and offered them sanctuary within the spire." And the man stops as he comes around the table before you and says, "Excellent. Those who fight against this disruption within the valley of which we call home find comfort and welcome within the halls of the Feathergale Society. I am Thurl Maraska, the leader of the society, and so long as you uphold order, you shall be allowed sanctuary within our hold." And he pauses dramatically.
Okay.
Thanks.
Thank you for your hospitality.
Hey, cool animals. Where did you find a manticore?
Turns back and looks at them and says, "Oh, there are many creatures like this that haunt the Sighing Valley here. We keep them at bay, hunt them down to keep our skies clear of obstruction."
Cool.
Why is there a head of something you ride?
I'm also going to show you guys the picture of Thurl.
Like, was one of your griffins crazy and you had to put it down?
No, we have managed to tame some griffins here. Some, however, wild creatures that stalk the valley as well. Those that we cannot tame, we are forced to hunt down as well.
Sweet.
So, travelers coming through the valley, what is the nature of your quest?
We were actually hoping to find you.
You were seeking out the society.
Yes, we were. We heard great things about you, and we thought that you all would be very good allies. We've encountered something dangerous, and we were hoping to enlist your help.
Takes a step and kind of leans against the table. What sort of danger has beset you?
Are you familiar with a Dr. Radical Jim?
Looks to the others in the room and respects. The name sounds familiar, but I can't say I can place it.
How about the Black Earth?
You see one of the members of the knights, and they're sort of spits to the ground, and he holds up a hand and says, "Please. Yes, we are familiar with the Black Earth. Those... Well, I won't use such ill language in this company, but we are familiar with this group and the blight that they bring to the beauty of the Somber Hills."
Oh, buddy, so are we.
So you stand against the Black Earth as well?
Correct. Yes. They tried to kill us, I guess, is a good way to put it. And that Dr. Radical Jim is one of their main scientists, I believe. And
Well,
he
was.
He ate the Black Earth. And now he's kind of ugly and very big. And I don't think we can take him down alone.
I'm unfamiliar with these strange magics that you speak of, but they sound ill indeed.
And
So-
gross.
Yes.
Ugly is probably a harsh word, though.
Well, if from our encounters with the vile cultists of the Black Earth, we seek to rid the valley of their ilk. They stand opposed to all that we hold dear here in the society. So, if you are seeking aid in delivering a death blow to members of this group, we certainly would aid you in doing so.
That would be great. I guess we can rest up and maybe we can discuss some additional details later on.
That sounds excellent. We will discuss the manner of this siege that we shall lay to their hold and root them out, as you might say. So, please, you are welcome to stay here for the evening. We will discuss this matter, perhaps over dinner. We shall hold a feast for your arrival. I will make sure it is prepared here forthwith.
I do have one question. Sorry. Are
Yes,
attacks
small
like the one that we went through normal for you guys? Like, do people drive up often and then they get,
Yes, they are common here in the valley. There are those that seek out chaos and disruption to the free lifestyle that we losing words to the lifestyle that we hold dear to ourselves within the society. Those that seek out to cause nothing but destruction and ruin. Raiders such as that are not uncommon, unfortunately, within the valley.
I also have a question. I've been driving a while and I want to stretch my legs. Is there anywhere I'm not allowed to walk? I don't want to
Within the tower.
Yeah.
We shall provide rooms for you on the second floor here. Wait, hold on. Which room am I at? The second floor? No. We shall provide rooms for you. Yes, on the second floor here. We ask that you not proceed any higher within the tower for the privacy of the knights of the society.
Okay.
But the first and second floors, as well as the grounds across the bridge, are free for you to roam.
Sweet. I'll start stretching.
Well, if there is nothing left for you to discuss, I shall leave you to your rest and rejuvenation, and I will begin the arrangements for the feast for tonight. And with that, he gives a flourish of his majestic feathered cape and proceeds out of the room. Are you raising your hand to me or
No,
to the group?
to the group.
Yes. Third floor.
I want to go up there.
Same. Well, I don't. Not me personally.
No, I
Wait,
don't know if
is
we
there
should
other
go there.
people around us?
There are a few other knights like towards the edge of the room stuff, but you guys have a little bit of a berth if you whisper.
Can I go up
Yeah.
there?
Jazz is gonna bring up the message pebble because that way they can't overhear us because of the magic
Oh
of
yeah.
it.
You guys all just stand around with the pebbles, like just whispering into those.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Make them think we're really weird. They won't want to talk to us.
You've also been given. They show you your rooms too, so you guys can go
Oh, yeah.
to the.
Yeah, but they could be listening in. I don't trust these people. They've been too nice and trustworthy.
Using the
Trusting.
magic of the message stones to let you all know. I have reason to believe that this Throne Maroska is responsible for the disappearance of many people in the valley.
Oh, I'm definitely going up there.
An organization I do work for has attempted to investigate the Feathergale Society, figure out what their deal is, and any agents who have been tasked with that have gone missing. So, despite their outward appearances, not all is as it seems.
Are they a cult?
Oh.
I believe we are going by the structure of there are elemental cults all around. These ones are probably the air cultists.
Can I have his cape when we kill him?
Ew, it looks so cool on you. All feathers.
Do not know that we need to resort to killing, but
I'll see if I can find one.
Or just steal
We
it.
should
Can I
also wait
go
till after
upstairs?
dinner. We have our rest, and then like you go in the middle of the night when there's people sleeping. I
Fine.
can't revive you if you die right now.
Fine. I'm hungry.
Might be a good idea to rest up and plan.
So, guys, do you have like any tape or some stuff?
What?
Because if I remember correctly, I ripped the little jaw bits off of that Umber Hulk to make daggers.
Oh yeah, I don't
I'll
have a
make a
knife
handle.
anymore.
I want to make a handle so I can give the claw pincer thing as a dagger to my little friend.
there is still just a bunch of scrap junk in the truck for just to tinker with. So if we headed back out there, could maybe try and do something.
Yeah.
2 knives?
I'm
I
gonna
have
give
2
Thea my
claws,
2
I got that.
daggers.
Whoa, you don't have to do that.
Oh, it's okay. I've never used them. I don't even know how I got them.
Cool. Thanks. Now I have 2. This has been a pretty good day, I think.
Of the truck, like the other vehicles that were in the front of the tower, are there any that like had identifying markers that they belong to the cultists here, or did they just seem like random vehicles?
Excuse me, the society. They're
So, oh, okay, yeah. The Society of Cultists. Okay.
yeah, there aren't very many. I'd say there were 2 other cars and then like a motorcycle. There were, I don't think there were any markers, or they don't have any like branding or anything on them that would indicate who they belong to. If you go out to sort of inspect the cars, I can let you make an investigation check.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. You're
I'd
trying to do
help
this
out
sneakily,
since
or
if a few of us are going back out to the truck anyway.
okay? Are you trying to do this without being obvious about it, or are you just
No, I don't
not
care.
worried?
I'm going through the cars.
Okay. Just make an investigation check.
I got a 21.
21. Okay. Yeah, you go over the vehicles as Jazz and a couple of the others or whoever else is coming out to grab some stuff from the truck before settling into your rooms. You head over to the cars and kind of look them over. They've all seen a lot of use, as most vehicles out here in the Waste are. No, they aren't making new cars anymore. You inspect them. You see a lot of damage, some burns, some broken spots on the car, like they've been through some fights before. You also find in one of the vehicles signs of like dried and mostly cleaned out but not very well blood around some of the seats, showing that somebody died in this car. So I don't think there's anything more. Yeah, there's nothing more than that. But there are signs that like these cars have been through combat and people have probably died inside of them.
Okay.
Don't sure if that was the owners of the cars or.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna say like that information through the stone while I'm still in the car so that they can't see it, and then I'm just gonna go back inside and like lay down inside.
Okay.
Should I offer to help heal if anyone's injured?
I imagine we're at least getting a short rest in here.
It's up to you.
Pushing for a long one before we go sneaking.
I don't know if we have
Eating
time for
dinner's
one.
considered in like non-strenuous activity, correct?
What is?
Eating dinner?
Oh yeah, no, you guys can easily get a short rest, definitely.
I'm talking
long as you don't-
long.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You if you're doing a long rest, I mean, you're all gonna have to sleep.
Can I sleep through dinner?
Those of you
And
that
just
sleep. No,
not
you have to.
Not
I mean, you can sleep through dinner if you want. You can all go to sleep now and skip dinner.
That seems rude.
Do I seem like the non-rude person?
Yes. Just don't want to make them mad.
Well, I'm very happy with that roll. That hit dice roll. Holy shit.
Roll garbage on my hit dice.
I got 11.
Okay, just don't die. And we're all good.
I mean, I'll do my best. I'm not planning on it.
Okay, this is just a short rest then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and roll hit dice and stuff for a short rest. And anything else you guys might recover from a short rest too. So you spend some time in the tower working on whatever you need to. You get your own rooms. You can rest in, and some time to recover. Eventually, you start to smell aromas wafting in from the lower levels of the tower, from this meal that is being prepared as the evening wears on and the sun begins to set. Each room has a window. Some of them are kind of broken. Some of them still have glass intact, though, facing outwards into the valley, so you get some natural light coming in. The tower is actually really nice compared to probably most other places that you'd want to stay in. Everything here is very clean, very organized, creepily so from probably what you guys are used to. Usually people in the wastes here don't really put that much effort into making things look nice. So everyone is very, if you run into any of the other knights, they're very polite, in a very sort of chivalrous way. And yeah, that's for the next few hours. That's pretty much what you guys experience. get a chance to relax, and then eventually there's the call as a bell rings for the feast that has been prepared. Is there anything you guys want to do? Is everyone going to dinner?
I guess I'm being forced to go, so I don't seem rude.
Don't be suspicious.
Yes.
Okay, you guys
We did
go.
just search all the cars publicly.
We didn't.
I was down there.
Well, that seems like a you problem.
You guys go to sit and dinner. As you enter this hall, there's about 15 to 20 other people that are sitting at this table for this feast. All of them dressed in the same sort of knightly regalia, that wearing their fancy robes, and all speaking in this pompous nature. As you all enter, Thurl, who's sitting at the head of the table, holds up a glass to all of you, says, "Welcome, guests. Please sit. Enjoy yourselves in the revelries of the evening. Partake of the bounty that we place before you." And you sit down, and there's food prepared. It's a lot of meats, roasted, and vegetables are kind of at a scarce. There's some like sort of potato-based mashes and things like that. I mean, it's good, hearty, nightly food. Those of you that eat can enjoy it. Is there any conversation or anything you guys interrogating any of the knights, or?
I have a question, Sean.
Yeah.
Is there silverware?
Yes, there is.
Okay, because Shellac doesn't know how to hold silverware with his big turtle paws, and is trying frantically to look normal, but then eventually gives up and just starts either using his claws to tear at the meat or whatever, or just goes down and starts shoveling food into his jaw.
Okay.
If you look visibly awkward, Fang will probably just start using his hands so it's more than just one person eating like a grub.
Hank shifts into a wolf and just
Picks up the whole roast off the table and just begins to gnaw at it. Yeah, I mean, some of the knights are like, you see them shifting a bit uncomfortably at this display but they don't really seem that bothered by it. It's more like they're acting discomforted by what you're doing, rather than actually being uncomfortable about it.
I just insight check the mood of the room to be
Sure.
like, do these people actually want to be here, or are they like forced to be here, and like I am? Oh, that's 9. I
9.
rolled a 2.
They all seem to be enjoying dinner immensely.
Sweet. It's just me.
And you said they're all, excuse me, they're all dressed up the same. Like they're all knights. None of them seem like guests or people that might have belonged to cars that aren't identified by the knights.
No, they all seem like knights of this order.
Cool.
They all identify. If you speak to any of them, they all identify themselves as such.
So, I guess in terms of conversations, are we basically left to our own table? Are there other knights seated with us? Are we at Thurl's table?
Yeah, it's one large table
Okay.
that everybody is sitting at.
I want to ask one of the knights. Well, I want to say, I really like your cloak. Are those griffin feathers?
I think let's say, what did I say her name was? Alicia? Eliza. You're sitting next to her, and she is eating, sort of stops and puts her silverware down, looks back to the cloak. She says, yes, some of them are. They've been gathered in our stables from various creatures that we tend to, and then they are constructed into these cloaks. So you might see some griffin feathers mixed in with some vulture feathers and things, other creatures that we keep, as well as some eagles as well.
Wow, so you know a lot about these feathered creatures, don't you? Do you know how griffin grease is made?
Griffin grease.
And
Yes.
I think with a mouthful of mashed potatoes, Shellac goes, "Yeah, how is it made?"
Well, it's usually a byproduct of the slaughtering and the cooking of griffin meat. As you can see before you, she like gestures to the table, to the big haunch in front of you. She says, "We keep vats of it downstairs."
Oh, I have some. I was scammed into buying it. I don't know what to use it for.
Well, use it for many things. Mostly we use it for cooking. If that is something that you do, you can. Well, there are a few recipes that I'm sure the staff could provide to you.
Okay, I'll just keep talking to her about griffins and griffin grease.
Right, griffin grease. Yeah, she keeps trying to maintain pleasant conversation with you, but clearly out of her depth there.
I'm gonna talk to one of them too.
Okay.
Just like asking random stuff. So do you like to fly?
Yes. I wouldn't have joined the society if I did not. It was I enjoy the feeling, the freedom that comes with it. Being in the sky and above everything, getting a clear sight on the world, understanding the way things are and the way things should be.
Is that your favorite part?
Of being in the society.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, I'd say so. Outside in the chaos and the rabble of the waste, you don't find opportunities like this. When Lord Maraska took me in and knighted me as one of the members, it was the proudest moment of my life.
Whoa. That's pretty serious. So, like, when was that a long time ago?
I think I've been in the society for 6 weeks now.
So no, not a long time ago.
Well, like, nights come and go. It is a treacherous life that we live here. So, no, not very long compared to others. Lord Maraska has been doing this for far longer.
Do you like him?
Of course, I owe Thurl everything.
Well, do you like him because you're supposed to like him, or do you actually like him? He's your
Yes,
boss.
He's a stalwart leader and a champion of our way.
Cool. So, like, do you kill a lot of stuff?
We do carry out some hunts, clearing out threats to the order here in the Vale. So yes,
Do you kill
As
a
well
lot of
as-
people?
not as many. No, more creatures and the like.
Oh. That's probably good. Hey,
Yes.
Hey. What's wrong with his face?
Who?
The big guy. He wears that thing.
Lord Maraska.
Yeah. What happened?
I do not know. I have never asked.
No. I bet it was something cool. Like a manticore ripped his nose off.
Perhaps we find it impolite to pursue such lines of conversation.
Why? It's probably a cool story.
Well, but that is Lord Maraska's story, and if he does not wish to tell it, then we deign not ask.
Okay. This is really good.
Can I butt in on this conversation and can I just
Yes.
go, but have you actually asked about his face or do you just like not?
No, I haven't asked about it. I have not.
Is he like all the way at the end of the table?
Yeah, I mean, he's like, I'd say he's like 5 or 10 people down from where you guys are sitting.
Okay, I'm gonna be like, hey, so like, I'm real curious, and I know a couple other people are, but like, do you have a cool story on why you're wearing that mask?
The table just goes quiet as Niona asked this. And Thurl, who hasn't been eating, has been sitting there at the table and sort of watching and partaking in the conversation, the revelry, stops and looks over to the to you in a very slow gaze and says, "You wish to know why I wear this mask?" I thought about getting into something really stupid there. I'm not going to do that. He says, "It is a harrowing tale, one that I have not shared with many of the Order. However, as you are guests, and this is a night of enjoyment and revelry, I will engage you in this tale of heroism and valor, of which I, of course, was the subject of. It was many years ago," and he goes into a long-winded story of his of a time where he first came to the valley and was fighting off the creatures that plagued near the spire while they were attempting to claim it for the society, the first members of it, and how there was a pack of griffins that had nested within the perch of the tower, and how his own mount had been slain and he had tumbled into the nest and was set upon by 3 of these griffins, and he fought off 2 of them, but one attacked him, sort of maiming his face, and as also like sort of describes the wound, and he can see scarring that runs down his neck as well, and saying how it nearly killed him, but he was saved by the other knights of the Order and he was healed. However, the damage has made it difficult for him to breathe, and so he had this device constructed by a prominent figure in a nearby town who knew of such contraptions and has worn it ever since, or been required to wear it ever since.
I'm gonna pop the
Insight
guy
check.
I was talking to. I told you it was a cool story.
Make an insight check.
Sometimes you just
Hey,
have to
that was
ask.
better. That's a 21.
Okay, the whole story was bullshit.
He probably just ran into. Oh wait, no, -1 charisma. I'm just gonna get that's bullshit.
It goes even quieter at the table as he stops.
But it's not really directed at him. It's just said loudly for everyone.
Shellac is just smacking mashed potatoes in his mouth, and that's the only noise that's making it.
Fang, you say that about everything.
But it is.
But it's a cool story. Sometimes it doesn't matter. I thought it was great.
The rest of the knights sort of, some of them that are close to you, Fang, sort of glower at you and very
Have you ever seen
angry.
him eat?
Vivian is going to try and fix this. She's going to look at Fang and say, "Yes, Fang, you're right. That is a bullshit way to use griffin grease. So, Thurl, let's talk
I wasn't
about
talking about
let's
griffin
talk
grease.
about
I
the
was saying the
details
story
of the
is
Black
bullshit.
Earth."
Have you ever seen him eat?
No, the Black Earth. Did I forget? Did I mention that they were undead? There are undead.
half the
we can talk about
too.
table, as soon as you say the Black Earth, just like spits to the ground behind them at
Ugh.
once at the mention of them.
That's why the
and
floor is so
they-
shiny. You guys keep doing that.
Do they spit like their food too, though? Like that's not cool.
Some of them still have food in their mouth. Yes, the rest of them.
That's a
Shellac with a mouthful of food goes, that's gross.
Hey, do you guys have whiskey here?
Shellac retches ever so slightly.
I'm just saying.
You don't have to say anything else.
But Jazz doesn't
Dang.
eat. Maybe he's not human.
That would also
Knights
be a
bring out
cool
a-
story.
The Knights bring out a bottle of whiskey for you.
Yay.
You wanted me to come to this dinner. I was happy sleeping.
I wanted you to be nice. Don't make them mad. They're letting us eat their food and sleep here. I don't want to sleep in the car again.
It's a truck.
I don't want to sleep in the truck again.
Shellac just says, I sleep in my shell.
We know.
I'm just gonna grab a drumstick and soak. I don't have to ask his questions anymore.
I'm gonna have everyone make a perception check.
Oh, my.
For the Feathergale assassins who are coming up to kill all of us.
That is a 25.
15.
Ooh.
It's only a 10.
What is it?
I also got a 25.
What was that, Andre? You cut out
22.
22. And for Vivian,
18.
18. All right. So everyone except for Jazz. We can decide what Jazz, what was distracting Jazz so much in that moment. You all see.
His crippling anxiety that we are giving him.
Yeah. You all see there are these windows set into the walls of this banquet hall here, and from outside the window, kind of against the clouded sky, there from probably something up in the tower, there was suddenly like a flash of light. Just this dull kind of green light from somewhere up, kind of flashes against the sky, and then fades away slowly.
What was that?
And after a few moments, the knights at the table don't seem to give much. They don't seem to react to it. You hear some footsteps out in the hall, and coming into the main hall, you see another one of these knights quickly kind of comes and walks around the table, leans in next to Thurl, and whispers something into to him. And Thurl kind of sits up and looks around and says, "Right. I apologize. I must excuse myself for the moment. Please enjoy the rest of the banquet, should I not return promptly, and enjoy your evening, especially to our new guests." And he stands up from the table and follows this person out of the room.
Bye, Mr. Maraca.
Could go charge his batteries and
Ross,
plug.
What?
The banquet leads on unless there's anything else you're doing, and eventually after the next and probably another 30 or 45 minutes, people finish up, begin to clear out of the hall. There are some like serving staff that come up and clean off the table.
Jazz would like to try and talk with maybe Eliza or someone else who seems, higher up in the chain of command. And I apologize for the behavior of myself and my guests. Are all your guests this ill-behaved?
Exciting.
She gives a pause and she gives a smile, the polite smile that she's been giving most of the night. Says, "We are accustomed to guests to our hold being not as civilized as ourselves. For the most part, it was a pleasant evening, and you and your companions have held yourselves in good company. we forgive any small transgressions.
So you are
Right.
accustomed to hosting guests.
We have had our share over the years, over the months.
I take it that this is not much of a waste stop, seeing as Red Larch is so close by.
No, typically those that we bring under the shelter of the spire are those that have lost their way, or those that we have found endangered in the waste and have offered to protect.
And are these guests then escorted to Red Larch or a nearby settlement? Are they often recruited into your ranks?
No, we don't. The recruitment for the society is difficult. Competent individuals such as yourselves may receive invitations. Those that we find struggling in the wastes, though we would gladly take their requests or oaths to heart. Those that have difficulty surviving in this harsh environment wouldn't be long for the society. Traditionally, we escort them to the closest town.
Like to insight checks, see what's going on with that.
Sure.
I can't roll above garbage tonight. That's an 11.
Yeah, I mean, again, most of the way these people are talking and speaking and stuff is just a little off-putting.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's still off-putting, but can't really catch anything about what she's saying that strikes you as untrue.
Mm-hmm. I think you will find that me and my companions can certainly hold our own in the wastes, so you won't need to worry about that. But
Of course.
we do appreciate the hospitality and a place to lay our heads for the evening.
Well, we hope that the amenities that we provide are adequate, and should you need anything further, you shall find members of the society posted to keep watch throughout the night in case of attackers, of course, for the safety of all here. Find one of us, and we can provide whatever it is you might need.
Of course.
And with that, I will bid you all a good evening.
Well, one question, just so I don't waste my time if I need help. Where are they posted in relation to our sleeping quarters?
She sort of gestures. She said, "You should find a few knights here in the hall throughout the evening, and your rooms are just there." And you can see, so the central staircase is sort of walled in, and there's a single set of double doors that lead into it that are in this. It's a big, like, circular room. I mean, the whole tower is obviously a large sort of cylinder. Your room, actually, I can probably take you guys. Let me see if I can take you guys to the map here. Give you guys
So
a
it's faster
better-
heading downstairs.
Here, I'll show you. 1 second. Gotta turn off all the stuff. Lighting off. Alright. So I'll take you guys over to the map here, and then I'm going to reveal what you have seen so far. Reveal. So this is the first floor of the tower here that you guys have been to. And this is the second floor of the tower. So this is where this is the banquet table that you've been eating at. These are the rooms that you are going to be staying in, and this is the central staircase here.
And you're saying someone's gonna always just be here throughout the night in case we have trouble.
Yeah, she gestures towards the door. She says, "You should find a guard posted here throughout the evening."
Sweet. I'm gonna just return to my room. Just sweet, and then turn around and look this hard.
Now, on the map, it is showing it's 2 beds to a room. Do we each have our own, or are we bunking up?
You'd be bunking up,
Okay.
so there'd be like 2 people in each room.
I mean, Shellac sleeps on the floor in his shell, so
That's true. So there are 5 of you that need the beds, and I guess Jazz doesn't need to sleep. So the other 4 of you have beds.
I only trance. I don't
3 of
need
you
to sleep.
have beds.
all the weirdos are in one room together.
No, I
Yeah.
don't sleep.
Or we split up so that we can keep watch for the people who are sleeping.
That's a good idea.
That's good.
Well, I'll stay with Fang.
Okay.
I mean, I'll just go wherever.
So, and Shellac does need to sleep. So I guess Jazz and Thea are 2 separate rooms, and then you get Fang and Nyona and Vivian are actually sleeping. However, you guys want to divide it up, but it doesn't really matter all that
Now,
much.
does Sean sleep?
I was going to say, Vivian's going to like get a pillow, and she's going to like make a little bed for Sean Thirith out of the pillow. She's not even gonna like have a pillow for herself. She's giving it to Sean.
Aw.
It took a few minutes to remember that. And Alex was just asking, does Sean sleep? And I was like, occasionally.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, you kind of you're making the bed. Do you like pull him out of your hair and put him on the pillow? As it comes out, you see the telekinetic voice. What are you doing? I don't need this. I am an immortal, all-powerful creature. I don't need to be sleeping. Why you I'm just going to close my eyes for but it's a very soft pillow. Just and you see like the eye sort of blinking, and then maybe just for a moment, and then he nods off.
Are they all like down pillows? Like everything is stuffed with feathers?
Very soft beds, very soft pillows.
Fang, I like it here.
You see Fang and his. Does the window open?
No, the windows don't open.
Some of them.
Some of them are broken though, so I'd say one of the rooms. We'll say one of your rooms, the window is broken, so there is no window. But the one that does have a. Okay.
Oh, you were climbing outside on walls.
What? I don't know.
How are you?
Probably bad.
Pretty bad.
Is there anything outside I can parkour on? Because if not, bad.
You stick your head out the window. There are some metal plating. There's some metal plating that you could probably get some good handholds on, and then you can see like up a level from where you're at. You see these like cables that kind of loop down. But no, I mean it's gonna be climbing.
Is this conversation just happening between Thea and Fang?
If Thea says she can't climb, I'll be on the little message saying, like, can anyone climb walls on the outside of a tower?
I can maybe turn into a spider.
Please come to our room.
Over.
Okay, I'll go to there.
Okay.
Well, there's guards out there guarding the stairs.
They won't even see me.
You gotta open a door they're looking at.
But what if I'm like even smaller than I am now, and a spider, and then I could go outside or inside, depending on
That's
how
true.
we want to do this.
Then you can sneak when you know where you need to go. I'll
Yeah,
cause
okay.
a distraction, and they'll have to help me to somewhere.
Yeah, could you like creep up and then like, then you know what it looks like, so you can tell me where the good stuff is.
Yeah, I can do
And
like
what that green light was and where the robot dude went.
I don't think.
Not Jazz.
I
the
don't
dude
think
with the
he's like.
mask.
I don't think he's like Jazz.
Uh,
But I don't really
Jazz
know what
is
Jazz
cool.
is like. If we're being honest.
but yeah, I can do like a preliminary scout through the tower. Hopefully they won't notice me. I'm real small.
Griffins eat spiders.
I don't think
Uh,
so.
If you fall, try and fall by this window.
I'll turn into me and then scream and you'll know. So,
Cool.
Yeah, but I can. Cool. Should let everyone else know that we have such an amazing plan. What?
We have a plan. Over.
All right. So, Nyona turning into a spider and crawling up the outside of the building, or like the main stairs?
When we were in the hall, the doors have enough space that I could crawl under. Oh,
Yeah.
I'd rather go inside than outside then.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, you turn into a tiny spider, nobody's looking for you. I don't think. I mean,
I have a
Like-
+4 to stealth.
I don't even
Hold on,
notice
I can do
spiders
nimble
crawling on
and
my.
you can roll an extra d6 on it.
Oh,
I'll
boy.
hold the little spider in my hand and
The
be
spider
like,
is invisible.
Yeah.
oh, let's do the whole float like what, a leaf on the wind, but like not get impaled.
Please, yeah,
Still
please,
too soon.
please don't get impaled.
I'm really gonna try.
How long can you stay a spider right now, by the way?
That I
it's
don't
like a
know. off the
quarter of
top
your
my
level?
head. Yeah, I think
3
so.
days.
I think that is the case. But let's see.
I want to say you're up to like an hour right now, but which is like more than enough time.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. I'm looking at it. Yeah, for a number of hours equal to half your druid level rounded down. So
Oh, half your
what are
levels.
we? So 2
2
hours.
hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good. All right, are you guys doing this before or after you rest?
I'm doing it before. I'm pretty okay right now. Spell and
Okay.
everything.
As long as
wise.
people
so the only
don't
thing I'm
die,
losing
we're
is
good.
this. So,
Which is most of our games.
I'm
Yeah.
saying I don't have Revivify right now, so just don't die
I'm
Alright.
gonna try.
until the
So-
morning after I sleep.
All right, so Druid stealth mission. Here we go. You turn into a tiny little spider and go crawling underneath the door of the room, and then begin to crawl yourself along the walls towards that central staircase. Everything out here is fine. You do see there are 2 guards posted in the room here. One is currently sitting at the table in a pretty relaxed position, kind of feet kicked up on the table, chair kind of balanced, half leaning back. They've got a dagger in their hand that they're just kind of like spinning. A lot more casual than you saw them when you were out here. One of them is leaning against the wall and kind of positioned right by the door. You crawl along the wall and then through the crack in the door into the main like central staircase. You can hear a bit of noise coming from below of like people gathering and speaking and some conversing happening in the lower levels. Occasionally you hear like a squawk and the sound of probably some of the stabled griffins and other creatures which are at the bottom part of the tower. However, the staircase keeps going up, so you're gonna go up.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And I'm gonna stick on the walls because if people are on the stairs, I don't want to deal with that.
Get squished. Yeah. Which I'd say, like, as you're crawling your way up, because it does take you a little bit of time. You're a tiny little spider and got tiny spider legs, so you gotta move a little bit slowly. And some people do come up and down the stairs as you're crawling. Let's see. You make it to the next level, and the staircase evens out. This time, here, I'll just actually show you guys the view. Oh no, that's not it. Areas, level 3. There you go. The staircase ends and you come into there's not like walls here, it's just a central like a balcony that kind of wraps around, and 4 doors leading into 4 more apartments within the tower here. You can't see anything within them, but you can see from two of them a little bit of light coming up from under the door. The other two, not so much. But the staircase does keep going up.
Yep, I'm gonna keep going up.
Keep going up. Okay. You follow the staircase up to the next level. And as it winds around, you reach a point where actually it sort of stops, and the staircase ascends directly into a metal door, like a hatch set into the ceiling. This looks a little more secure than the rest of the doors. There is a bolt across it that you would pull open to unlock it and then push it open from below. It's pretty well sealed. You wouldn't be able to crawl through this as a spider.
If I go down back to the 4th level, there were only a couple rooms that had light on in them.
Yeah, there were 2 rooms that had light on in them, and 2 rooms that did not.
Okay, can I go into one of the rooms on that level and see if I can get out a window somehow?
Sure. Let's see which one. Yeah, let's do. Just roll me a. No, we'll just do. This is going to be more interesting. You go under one of the doors into this dark room, and as you're crawling through it, you kind of looking around. You see some cloaks hanging on the walls. Some very the same large feather gale cloaks. There on is a bed, like a writing desk, and a wardrobe, and then across there's a window which has some cracks in it and stuff that you could probably make your way out into the external part of the tower. You do see on the desk there are some writing utensils, some letters as well, and there's a cylindrical leather case where somebody might keep written correspondence. As you're making your way through here, though, you do, looking at some of the clothing and the cloaks, they look like the ones that Thurl was wearing. And you're gathering as you're moving through here, this is probably his apartment.
Can do this twice. And yeah, okay, I'm gonna pop out of it for a hot second.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna see if I can open the letter case.
Okay. You walk over to the writing desk. There's also a chest in here too, at the beside the bed as well. You go over to the desk though, and you find the letter case. You open it.
Yeah.
Okay. Pop it open. Pull out the letter, and you see a letter written and addressed to Waraska. Which I will go ahead and read. Says, Waraska, we are pleased to hear about the outcome of your altercation with the Black Earth cult, and we praise you for the capture of one of their prisoners. This nobleman from Waterdeep, has an interesting tale to tell, and we shall enjoy interrogating him further. Keep a close watch on the Sacred Stone Monastery. I want to know what our enemy is planning next. Your beloved queen, Erisy Kalanoth.
Okay, I'm gonna fold the letter back up, slide it in, and then go spider real fast.
Okay. All right. Spider and out the window?
Out the window up to the 5th.
All right. You head up to the last floor, and actually as you're reaching the top, you see another sort of flash of greenish light emanate from the top of the tower. It seems like whatever the source is coming from up there.
Whoa, I'm still going.
There's sort of a lip, as there's a platform that extends out over the sides and some cables that wind their way up that kind of wind around the tower as well. And you begin to hear sort of a humming as you are making your way up. You crawl around the outside of the lip and up to the edge, and it's here you get a view of what is on top of the tower and past that hatch. You see a large metal platform that has been it kind of extends out in a smooth circle all across the circumference of this or the diameter of this cylindrical tower. The flashing light comes from a generator that sits at the center of this tower that's sparking in electricity, giving off this greenish tint. The generator feeds these cables, which wind around the tower, feeding into a large computer that sits along the edge. There's a large screen with a map on it, or some sort of like diagram that you can't really parse. It's a bunch of weird lines at odd angles, and it's moving very quickly, and it's kind of hard to distinguish. There is on one side of the tower a spyglass set into, kind of built out of the platform, and the spyglass is kind of set into an angle, kind of peering down a little bit and kind of askewed towards the side. Currently sitting at the computer, you see an individual not in a cloak and a cape and all the finery of the Feathergale Society. You see someone who you haven't spoken with yet, sitting at the computer and kind of plugging away and typing some things as they do. The diagram changes, and standing behind them with one hand on the chair that they're sitting at, you see Thurl, not wearing their cloak, and currently engaging a conversation with this person. You catch a little bit of it, and Thurl looks at it and says, "So what are the readings showing?" And the person at the computer says, "Well, we got a spike earlier today. I'm not sure what to make of it. We've been scanning the same quadrant for a while where we first got the readings and seeing if we can get something different. I'm not sure if it's worth reporting at this point, but it's promising." And Thurl says, "Yes, I don't want to bother Her Majesty with this yet, not until we have confirmation that we received an actual transmission. But if we are finally getting a broadcast back, that's a good sign." And the person kind of plugs away a bit and says, "I'll see what I can get. We'll try to boost the signal, see if we can maybe get a bit more clarity. What about the I heard from Eliza that there were..." Is that what I said? Yeah, that's the name. I made up a name and then I forgot to write it down. I heard from Eliza that there were some newcomers to the tower. What's the plan there? And Thurl says, "Right. They matched the description of what Davis gave during the mission they were carrying out last week. I think they're the ones that took the boy. We'll have to get some more information from him, find out what they did there. We need to follow up on that, or else, well, we don't want Heresy growing angry." The person, sort of, you see their head nod. They say, "All right. I'll keep working here, and hopefully I'll have some good news for you soon, sir." Pat him on the shoulder and says, "Good. We'll deal with our guests, and hopefully we'll have some good news for Her Majesty come tomorrow." Thurl turns and begins to walk towards the hatch.
Were was the guy at the computer, did they seem like distressed at all, or were they pretty calm the whole time?
They're pretty calm.
Okay. I want to crawl up towards the computer, not like on the computer or anything, but like around near it on the ground when he goes down the hatch, just so that I can see what the guy's face looks like that he was talking to.
Okay, you want to see the person that's at the computer?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you come around to the computer and kind of see in the dim glow of the light, and they are a familiar looking face. You see a figure in a white lab coat, sort of a thin, wiry frame, and a focused expression on their face. An older human man. You see Dr. Jim.
I'm sorry, can you say his full name just so I know who you're talking about?
You see Dr. Radical Jim.
Okay, cool. I'm
sitting
just
at the
making
computer.
sure it's the right Dr. Jim I was thinking.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go back down. Except
Okay.
I will go along the outside, and I'll just kind of make my way back into the window if I can get there unhindered.
Okay, yeah, you can make your way down and back to the group.
Cool.
If that's where you're going. Yeah.
Oh, Fang's just staring out the door where you left, like when she comes back, I have all this information. Like a dog just watching it.
I think
Then I
Bea
pop up
is
by
too.
the window.
She's like sitting cross-legged, like looking like.
Yeah.
I climb in through the window and I pop up. I go back to me and I'm like, okay, you're not gonna believe what I saw.
What?
I'm waiting for a fungus girl. Just
Okay. Where do I start? They have a queen. There's a letter in his room, and they already infiltrated the Black Earth.
What?
And they took a prisoner. I don't know where they took him. They just said that they were going to have fun interrogating them, and that was from the queen. And I don't know what to do with that. And the queen's name was the one that I also could not spell in my notes. So, Erisi Kalanoth, and I don't know who that is. I haven't heard of that. I don't know where they are because they didn't say. Secondly, I got to the roof, which is really hard to get through as a spider, so I had to go back down and then back up. But that's besides the point. So then, Radical Jim, the man, is at the computer, or the big screen, because I don't think I know what a computer is, that's there. And I don't know how to explain that.
Wait, are you saying Dr. Radical Jim is here?
Yeah.
And he's not a
On the-
monster?
No, he was on the roof.
Fang would be relaying that whole conversation
no.
with all the
You just
gestures
turn
and
this-
emotion as
Turn the
possible.
stones on. Oh no. Oh, they're definitely gonna kill us, huh?
We'll
he
say for
said
the
they'd
sake of this, you
deal
guys
with
can carry out
us.
this conversation as if everybody's in the room, since you have the stuff.
Oh man. Oh guys, I think we're gonna have to kill everybody again.
Okay.
It's so hard. Are we doing it tonight or are we sleeping first?
Yeah,
See
yeah, we
if you
should
can
do
get
that.
some rest, because we may need our full strength to deal with
The
this if
caveat
things.
caveat being they might try to kill us in our sleep.
Yeah, can I actually stay with you guys in this room?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I have to sleep. Okay.
Yeah, I
Are we
don't
all
sleep.
just gonna- I can sleep on the floor as well. Do we all just want to crash in one room and be like, we
The
missed
guards
the
will
wheel of the
notice
truck?
us moving around the rooms.
Yeah. Well, Nyona's already
Okay.
in here with us, so she can stay with us. And then I don't know who
Is it-
else is together. Whoever's by themselves now, go into Jazz's room, and if they ask, it'll just be like, "Oh, I couldn't sleep."
Yeah, I think Jazz and Vivian are in
Okay.
the other room right now
Mhm.
because the rest of you are in. No, we'll say Jazz, Vivian, and Shellac are in
Okay, great.
one room.
Does
So
the
me and Jazz will stay
doors open inward or outward? Can they open
Inward.
into a room?
Inward into a room.
Cool. I'm gonna sleep sitting up against the door, so if they try and open it, it's gonna wake me up.
Okay.
I'll stay up.
I think similarly to Fang, I think I will sleep in front of the door in my shell form.
It's your
Like a
shell.
giant
You just, like,
door style.
Nobody's getting through that door.
Just get just get Jazz to, like, wedge the shell up against the door.
Couldn't Jazz just stand next to it?
Yeah.
Isn't he, like,
Say-
heavier?
Like 300 pounds. No, shellac is heavier.
Shelly
They're
weighs like 400 pounds,
something.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody's opening that door.
I'm imagining.
Especially
someone
like
trying to-
Jazz sits on top of the shell. It's like 1,000 pounds in front of that door. Boy, you guys are a heavy party.
Mhm.
Good thing I gave you the truck.
Well, some of us are very small.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. There's
You guys-
extremes.
I'm starting
We're
to think
all either
maybe
very small or like huge.
the most fictional thing we've done is saying that when you guys escaped the secret lab under the monastery, that you were all able to get into that elevator and have it move up.
Oh,
It was a
You guys-
freight elevator.
Yeah.
You guys definitely exceeded the maximum weight capacity of that elevator.
Code magic,
All right.
Sean.
Yeah. No, there's no such thing as magic. It's science only. All right. You all
Got an artificer.
you all hunker down for the evening with this revelation that Dr. Jim is here, and the Feathergale Society might not be what they appeared, to everyone's surprise, I'm sure. And that's where we're going to go ahead and call our session for tonight. So we'll pick up next week after this rest, assuming you guys get through it, to see what happens next, what everybody encounters, what sort of mysteries are revealed. I'm done talking. Yeah, thanks everyone for joining us today, and we will see you back same time, same place next week. Until then, we've got a lot of great shows coming up. Tomorrow we will have the next installment of Slang 101, Monster of the Week game, run by Savannah. That is at 4 o'clock Eastern Time. Fairies. That's it. That's what we're dealing with. So come hang out there. Otherwise, our schedule is the same throughout the week, with Eos on Tuesday, Wild Space on Thursday, Neon Souls on Friday. You can join Savannah over on Cobalt Press's channel, twitch.tv/CobaltPress, at 8 o'clock on Monday, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. Monday, for a lesson in Deep Magic, play D&D 5th edition using the new showcase and the new Deep Magic supplement. Come join her there. And then also on Friday, I'll plug another one of Savannah's shows on Encounter Roleplay, Diesel Punks. It's a Powered by the Apocalypse, or Apocalypse World specifically, the OG game, playing some sort of Borderlands, Fallout-esque, Diesel Punk inspired game, and that is at 3 o'clock every Friday for the next 6 weeks. Join our Discord. Come talk to us there. So we do most of our chatting about games and conversing with the people that enjoy them. Follow us on Twitter. Of course, follow us here on Twitch if you're watching us live, so you can know when we're going live and when we're streaming, and we can get your support. Every follow counts, and we really appreciate it. And then if you're watching us on YouTube, also subscribe to us there, and leave us a comment and all that good stuff. I think that's it. Does anyone have anything else that they'd like to plug that's going on? I don't know. All right. So thank you to my players for being here and being wonderful. And thank you everyone out there for watching. And until next time, good game and good night, Internet.